And 3, 2, 1, action.
This season, our characters have really established themselves at Fraser's Ridge. We have expanded slightly, and the overriding theme is what happens when your home gets threatened. This place that you've created and you feel safe is no longer safe for you.
I wanted to get Fraser's Ridge to be a place of idyllic beauty and a haven for them. A haven for their love and their relationship and how they grow together.
They've invested so much in this, so we put so many years of life into it and expanded it and made it feel so personal for them.
The gardening, the agriculture, the landscape, you know, it was trying to give a fairy tale of their relationship, and that plays against where we go.
We'll need to speak with you privately.
As the revolution's going, there's the term, the shot heard around the world. For us on the Ridge, as we're kind of paralleling the American Revolution, our shot is heard around the Fraser's Ridge world is when Malva walks in to Fraser's Ridge with Tom and Alan and accuses Jamie of being the father of her unborn child.
It was him. Put my hand on his shoulder only to comfort him. And then he took me.
The accusation against Jamie, it's a very complex situation. And ultimately, Malva betraying two of the people that have given her the most.
Once this rumor gets out, there's no bringing it back. It kind of parallels the world that we're in now. Sometimes the truth doesn't matter. It's the first story out. And this is where really the revolution begins for Claire and Jamie on the Ridge.
I will not apologize for something I have not done.
If you've been married a long time to someone you love, you trust them, you know, utterly.
You ran away.
Because I was in shock.
Both of them are defending their home and each other.
And if I'd stayed, I might have bloody well killed her.
Malva, she's a clever girl, but she's acting off instinct. She's acting off survival instinct. It's one of the biggest turning points, and then what happens, happens.
To attack the very foundations of Fraser's home and rip it apart.
Mr. Fraser!
Reminds the audience how mortal the Frasers are, how mortal Jamie is.
We've come for your wife! We've come to arrest her for the murder of Malva Christie.
And all of a sudden, Claire and Jamie are in this fight or flight mode, and fight they do. There is a standoff, and they're really good together when they've got guns.
One of my favorite shots of the season is Claire coming around the house like Annie Oakley. It's so much fun for our actors to be in that Western environment, and it's them against the world. Their backs are against the wall, and the season is what happens when your home turns against you. And this is the episode we really see that. It's like they're gonna have to shoot their way out.
Yeah.
One step closer, man. One shot is all I need.
Episode 8, I got a Western.
And 3, 2, 1.
And I got a blessing to embrace that genre and kind of go for it. I got incredible support in rehearsing the stunts, which we did in detail. So when we turned up the day of the shootout, we could hit the ground running. The reason that I liked the shootout as a concept, other than the fun, is the fact that Jamie has spent so long in dreaming up what he believes is the safety of Fraser's Ridge, not just for him and the family, but for all of those on the Ridge.
Shootout was really fun. It felt like a sort of 80s action movie where, you know, they're locking themselves down and building all these fortifications. It was fun to get some action. Unfortunately, their poor, beautiful house is really not destroyed, but it's certainly damaged quite greatly.
The attack on the house was brutal, and there's a lot of broken walls, broken glass, broken shuttering.
2, 1.
This was a multi-day shoot. It took a huge amount of coordination.
Some of the scenes are shot on our location,
We ain't gonna hurt her.
and then some of them are on set, you know, at our studio. So they had to figure out how to meld together perfectly.
We managed to be quite creative about what facades of the house we see. So there's one particular side that's been shot to pieces.
When the fisherfolk walk up to the house with flaming torches, the audience have to wonder whether that's the moment the fire's going to happen? Is this the moment that Jamie and Claire die in a fire? It's vital that we believe the Frasers are mortal.
Justice! Justice for the murdered lass and her innocent bairn unborn!
I tried to save her and her child.
Tom Christie actually buys them a night of reprieve from the sort of standoff.
Let them both be taken, if you will. I will travel with them, a surety that no further evil will be done.
So they have this very touching last night where they don't know what's ahead, they don't know what's going to happen.
We literally have this broken house now, but the heart of this is Jamie and Claire. So if you took down every part of the Fraser house, the strength of that really is Jamie and Claire.
A prisoner condemned to death is allowed to request whatever he wants for his last meal.
We also get some really beautiful scenes with Jamie and Claire where they get to really almost have their last supper, you know, together, where they think they're going to be dragged out the next morning and taken.
I wouldn't choose any other thing than this very meal for you.
Suddenly their underlying domestic pattern reasserts itself, you know, in spite of the surroundings. They're left alone. Their immediate impulse is to, you know, meld back together. And so we have these very intimate things, you know. They are, of course, talking about their situation, because how could they not? But Jamie is going through his near-death experiences.
Do you think you have 9 lives?
I hope so.
He's a hard man to kill, which gives her some comfort in the present situation.
I never thought that hearing a litany of your near-death experiences would bring me so much peace.
Claire's in a very vulnerable place. We haven't seen her be so vulnerable, I think, to Jamie, and we see him really be her protector. The lovely thing about their relationship always is that they're the kind of yin to each other's yang. Whenever one is down, the other's their rock, and they're always there to support each other.
I'm so scared.
If you're afraid, I'll protect you, and if you're afraid, I'll bring you up, and that's the beauty of their relationship.
Through time and space, they've somehow been able to separate and then come back together, and that faith in their love and their relationship has never waned.
We have a beautiful home.
This will not be the last time we see it by moonlight, Claire.
The house has become darkness now. The moonlight doesn't shine into the house the way it did. It's Jamie and Claire, the heart of the house, the heart of the ridge, and having a moment before they're ripped apart.